Hello everyone, this is Vicki here today and I am designing for Bramble Fox with some brand new items from the store, which I will link in the description. So I'm starting off with a cut file and these fabulous little camera pieces which are etched on the front. They're in pink and they're etched, they're super cute. And I've also got a little perspective called This Moment. And the cut file is from Peartree Cutfiles. So I pulled out all my Paige Evans papers that I have left, and they're from all different collections there, but I thought that it's time to use some old stash. So I'm picking out anything that's got pinks and oranges on, and I'm going to back the cut file with them. So that's me just going through. I think there's some Truly Grateful, some now I can't think of the names of the others, but you'll recognise them there anyway, I'm sure. So I'm just going to back the cut file, and for some reason I do two P's. I'm really not quite sure why I did that. My brain just wasn't functioning properly. So but here I am. So I just draw around the piece I took out and then cut it a little larger. Then I erase the pencil lines and then I back it onto the cut file. So you'll just see me putting the P back on. I cut through me cutting out the other P because it was irrelevant. No idea why I did it. Yeah, anyway, so there we go. And I'm not going to cut out the centre of the P just because I didn't think it was really necessary to do. And it's quite fiddly. So I'm just going to choose a different paper for each of the letters with that same colour theme, and I'm going to back them all. And in a minute I'm going to cut through. You won't have to watch it all. But I'm sure you've backed cut files before. They're pretty simple to do. So there we go, P-I. I'm sure I cut through in a minute. I'm going to go with the C and then cut. I'm pretty sure of it. There we go. So I've cut all those, and then I decide to cut the camera as a whole rather than back the individual pieces, just because I think it will get too busy if I have too many different colours on the camera. So in that case, I just drew around the camera and then cut it out slightly smaller so that it would fit within the white. Okay. So I'm happy that I'm just trimming off a couple of bits that were too big. Sometimes that happens when you draw around it, you don't cut quite small enough. But there we go. And I want to do the heart as well. So I'm just finding a paper to do that, and I decide to do it on this simple pink paper. And so I cut that. Just again, I cut round the heart, and I don't cut this any smaller. I just cut on the line so that it's the same size. Okay, and that's my photo. It's just my niece, quite a few years ago now, just giving a little grin with a tooth, just new tooth coming through, and I just thought it was really sweet. And that's why I wanted the orange. She's wearing sort of an orangey reddy top, so I just wanted some orange tones in there. So I'm going to fussy cut some little flowers. So this paper I've used to back one of the letters. So I'm going to cut out quite a few little flowers from there. And I cut through that. I cut also some flowers from this paper here, which had some orange flowers and some pink flowers. So I just cut a couple out of there. So you can see scattered around the page are a few different flowers. And yeah, I also cut a couple of butterflies from this one, an orange one and a pink one. Okay, so you didn't have to watch me fussy cut. It's not the most fun thing in the world. Okay, so I'm ruffling up the edge of this heart. I'm just using my fingernail because it's small, and I think my edge distress is a bit big to do something that intricate. So I'm going to back it with some foam. That's just sticky back foam that I get on Amazon or the range here in the UK. Just gives it some dimension and saves me getting sticky dots over everything. It's sticky on one side and then I put glue on the other to stick it down. So, okay, so next thing I'm going to do is I want to put some mixed media on the page to make the word perfect pop, because obviously I can't back it. And I thought about colouring it, but then I thought I would put some paint behind it and make it pop. And I've got the Lindy's Magicals. This is called Ramblin' Rose Pink. And once I put it on, I realised it's actually a bit too light. So then I add in some Andrea's Azalea, and that just makes it much better colour. And if you can see, when I put Perfect back on, it just pops off the page, which is exactly what I wanted. So I'm just going to do some splatters, some real and some fake splatters below it, just to add to the mixed media messy effect. This is quite tame, clean mixed media actually. So if mixed media is not really your thing, you could try with something like this. The paper I use is actually marshmallow cardstock, so it doesn't need gesso on it. You can paint with, as long as it's not too wet, you can just paint onto it without causing any trouble. My page hasn't buckled, almost not at all, maybe just a tiny bit. So there we go. That makes perfect pop right off the page now, and I'm really happy with that. So I decide to put some foam on the back of this cut file as well to pop it off. Now I can't put it onto perfect, but I'm happy with that just floating free. It won't go anywhere, but it just sort of stands off the mixed media that I did, but it's not stuck down. I was going to put some foam on it, but I just thought it would be too fiddly. So you'll see what I mean there. So you get that shadowed effect from perfect, but it's not stuck down. And I guess in my album over time, it may flatten out a bit, but I quite like it how it is. So I'm just using some double-sided tape to stick all of that down. And I just want to make sure it's straight. There we go. And my photo is going to go there. I'm going to stick down my perspective just here. So it now says this moment, picture perfect. And then I'm going to put smile, this little smile one. This comes with the cameras. It's just almost like a little ticket or a tag that says smile. So I thought that was pretty cute down there. And I'm just going to add the flowers onto the page. So I'm just going to scatter them around. No real rhyme or reason as to where they go. Just I want to spread them around a bit. And that butterfly is going to go on top of the camera, and that little one's going to go on the R, just in the centre. And the camera, the actual camera, is going to go there. I'm just peeling off the sticky back off of those. Just be aware of that if you get them. They do have little sticky backs, and I don't really think it makes any difference to sticking them down, but I just take them off anyway. They seem to stick. They do seem to stick better, but I don't think it's probably my imagination because I know it's there. Who knows? Anyway, so more flowers are going down. We're getting near to the end actually. A few more flowers. And then we're going to be at the final layout because I don't think I put anything more on there. A cut file is great because it makes the layout come together so quickly, and yeah, there we go. And I've used old stash, so it's a win-win for me today. This is the final layout. There you go. I hope you've enjoyed this process. Please do take a moment to press like and subscribe if you do. And I'd love to hear any questions you have, and I'll be able to answer them for you. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Vicki for Bramble Fox. Bye bye.